Nikita Hawkins. I'm going to give you The Coffee Break by Hills, Collins, and Johnson. I'll give you 5 quotes from Johnson, 5 quotes from Hills, Collins, and I will paraphrase and give you my meanings, okay? And then at the end, I'll give you 5 vocabulary words that I took from both readings. Okay, the first quote from Johnson: "We are the ones perpetuating the gendered violence that Black women must endure with our expected silence of them, even as we make no collective efforts to end the injustice against them." That's page 1, paragraph 1. Paraphrase: Black men are the ones preserving violence against Black women with the expectations of them to keep quiet in certain situations, even though the Black man is not willing to speak up for or defend them. The meaning: Black women are openly disrespected and belittled by all men, especially Black men. If Black men spoke up or stopped, others would follow suit eventually. The second quote: "Patriarchy reduces women as things to be used and does not allow for their humanity." That is page 2, paragraph 3. To paraphrase: "A government built on male dominance looks down at women as property or baby makers instead of human beings equal to the male species. This means that women don't get the same respect as men in society." The third quote is: "Patriarchy also allows the rampant sexual abuse of both Black girls and boys." Page 2, paragraph 3. Paraphrase: "A government based on male dominance allows the spread or manifestation of sexual abuse in Black girls and boys. This means that being Black is one reason that people will ignore or overlook sexual abuse or rape." Quote number 4: "Churches tend to couch patriarchy deep inside their religious rhetoric and repeatedly insist that women cannot preach, cannot pastor, and cannot be deacons." That's page 3, paragraph 2. To paraphrase: churches frequently convey male dominance by teaching or forming beliefs that women cannot preach, pastor, or be deacons in the church. This simply means that society doesn't believe that women can act as religious leaders. My quote number 5: "The eradication of patriarchy will inevitably lead to a better and a more fair society." That's page 4, paragraph 1. To paraphrase: "The destruction of male dominance is certain to create better and more legitimate communities. This means that if men and women are treated equally, our society will have a better quality of people." Okay, I'll go to Hills, Collins. The first quote: "Because this enterprise is controlled by elite white men, knowledge validation processes reflects this group's interest." That's page 253, paragraph 1. To paraphrase: "Since the economy is ran by powerful, wealthy white men, knowledge validation beliefs are centered around what they believe to be true. This means that they basically control what is going into our textbooks, what we learn." Quote number 2: "When elite white men or any other overly homogeneous group dominates knowledge validation processes, both of these political criteria can work to suppress Black feminist thought." Page 253, paragraph 3. Paraphrase: "When powerful and wealthy white men or any similar group controls knowledge validation processes, these rules can be used to halt Black women's freedom of thought. This means that government puts rules and laws in place to keep us in a certain train of thought." Okay, my third quote is: "The experience of African American women scholars illustrate how individuals who wish to re-articulate a Black woman's standpoint through Black feminist thought can be suppressed by prevailing knowledge validation process." That is page 254, paragraph 1. To paraphrase: "The circumstances of educated Black women show how people can reshape a Black woman's point of view through Black women's knowledge theory and can be subdued by the dominant thought process. This means that despite being educated Black women standing up for equal rights as men, somehow society always figures a way to use male dominance to control the thinking process." Quote number 4: "Even after substantial mastery of dominant epistemologies, Many Black women scholars invoke our own lived experiences and those of other African American women in selecting topics for investigation and methodologies used. That is page 258, paragraph 1. To paraphrase, after being significantly controlled by the elite white male, educated Black women use their own encounters in choosing subjects to examine and practice. This means Black women scholars know how to decipher what information to believe and what information to question. Quote number 5: Black women's centrality in families, churches, and other community organizations allow us to share with younger, less experienced sisters our concrete knowledge of what it takes to be self-defined Black women. That is page 260, paragraph 1. To paraphrase, Black women's importance in our communities authorizes us to educate our younger sisters with solid understanding of themselves and their social roles as Black women. This means Black women influence younger Black women and are examples of what roles they play in society. The vocabulary words that I've choose from both readings are ostracize, patriarchy, epistemology, signification, oppression. And that completes my coffee break assignment. Nikita, until next time, thank you.